filmed in front of a live Twitch audience from the FerretTube studios in sleepy Hertfordshire, England. It's Viewer Chat!
Twitch Live! More tweets for Wriggles! More tweets for Wriggles! Wriggles says, hello. Hello, Twitch. Hello, everybody. Oh, Scruffles, are you missing out? Come on then. Ready? Oh,
welcome, everyone, to the after show chat.
The after show party.
Wriggles and Scruffles are here to entertain along with myself and Kate. How's everyone doing tonight? Are you okay?
Yay! We've got Graham, Anthony, DC, Simmons, Harry Dresden, Stuart's there, Plapey is there. Yes, the clocks go back this weekend, don't they? Or do they go forward?
They do.
I can never remember.
Well, it's British summertime, so it's an hour one way or another. Attitude's in the house as well. Nice to see you, pet. We've got a lovely audience.
Astral Nomad wants to treat the girls. And Stuart subscribed for 40 months. Thank you so much, Stuart. You are an absolute legend of a mod. You've been a wonderful friend of mine for many years, and thank you so much for the continued support. This is from Astral Nomad, ladies. Astral Nomad wants to treat you. Say thank you.
Go look at the dummy faces.
Thank you, Anthony.
That's the one, Anthony. Yes. It's a subiversary for Stuart, indeed.
Yay.
Indeed. Well, people's attentions were immediately drawn to the new addition on the top of the overlay.
Oh, yes. So, this was the exciting announcement that I alluded to earlier on. So, basically, as you know, we've obviously got an extensive amount of camera equipment here. But one of the things that I'm really missing is the ability to capture slow motion. I had it briefly, like we filmed that bubble wrap sort of fighting, and that was on 8 times, I think. Slowed down 8 times, but that was through my Pixel phone. But my Pixel phone, I dropped it and it went. So I have not got the ability to film in slow motion, and I just think it will make such a difference because we can film, sort of the action scenes. We'll be able to take stills out of that, potentially create new merchandise. Because one of the problems that we have with creating merchandise is it's really impossible to get a clean, crisp image of the girls because they're always moving. They're either asleep or they're moving. So it's so we really wanted a camera that could capture in high quality at a frame rate that will allow us to do slow motion, pretty good slow motion for you guys. So we found. Do you have the picture?
I do have the picture, and it's coming. No, wrong one. It's coming up there. There it is.
This is what we're going for. So it's a GoPro Hero 9. So it's the latest GoPro Hero in the GoPro Hero range. It's water resistant, so we'll be able to put it inside the swimming pool. So don't forget as well, when it gets warm out there, we've got a huge Dan, Fantastic Books Dan, sent us off the gift list a paddling pool. So we've got a big paddling pool that's about that deep.
Yes.
So we'll be able to put it in there and capture sort of like underwater footage. But I just think it'll be so much fun to do a load of slow motion footage. We'll also be able to use it as the streaming camera, so we'll have a much better quality output for the shows. And I'll be able to use it as 5K too. So I'll be able to use it for all of the other package stuff, and it's just going to mean we've got the absolute max quality.
Yes.
So in order to get that, we need a few other bits and pieces, don't we? Do you want to just describe what the complete bundle that we're looking at is?
What we'll also need to be able to connect this to the streaming machine and be able to use it as the camera for the studio, we're going to need to get a cam link. which is an Elgato Cam Link HDMI connector, which will connect it into the broadcast rig and allow us to use it as a streaming camera. One of the options that it does have as well is Wi-Fi. So there's a possibility that we can connect it over Wi-Fi, but just for getting the highest resolution image into OBS, we need to get the little Cam Link thing as well. So with that and the camera and the it needs a little adapter case to go around it to output the HDMI.
Yeah.
That altogether, do we want to say how much that altogether comes to? Or do we want to talk about the other stuff that we're going to need to go along with it?
Yeah, let's talk about the other stuff as well. So that's the camera kit. But obviously with one of the problems that I'm encountering is I have a drive, a 4.5 terabyte drive that's now about approaching 2/3 full. Yeah. And it's unfortunately it's not backed up anywhere other than on that drive, which is really stupid. And it's all of the footage, it's all of the mobile phone footage, the girls' lives, all of the packages, all of the stuff that, I mean, we've got the finished pieces, but one of the things that we want to potentially have at the end of this is an archive of content that we can imagine 10 years from now doing a Tiger King style documentary about
on how this grew.
Yeah, so we just want, in case we ever want to use it, we just want to keep, and we've got all this lovely footage. So I really want to back everything up. And also, if I'm going to be capturing in 5K, I'm going to be taking up a lot more memory. So I need some drives. I need some fast drives. I need drives that are docked and, attached via Ethernet, so that I can access them across the network and you can pull stuff off them and stuff like that. So that's unfortunately this is not a cheap proposition. No. So what we did was we decided we would ask you guys for help.
Yes.
So we have a goal. The goal is for everything. We're going to buy the camera first. So if we hit the sweet spot on the total, which it will be on there. We're going to change the graphics slightly in the next coming days. But when we hit the sweet spot for the camera to unlock, we've raised enough money for that basically, then we'll go ahead and buy the camera. But I wanted to do it all in one so that it doesn't feel like we're constantly coming back to you guys and asking for help. It feels kind of bad asking for help in some ways, but as you know, we've spent a lot of money already putting this together, and some people have helped out incredibly generously with Graham buying cameras and you all buying gifts and stuff like that, and it's amazing. But we obviously can't expect sort of single people who to become our sort of angels and come and swoop in and buy all the expensive kit. So we thought if we did a donation total, then maybe people when they're watching us over the weekend, and there's no real hurry, I mean I want it as soon as possible, but it's not that we can't not do without it. So just if you're watching over the weekend and you feel like you've got a tenner's worth of entertainment out of us over the weekend, then bung a tenner in. Why don't you? If you can afford to. If you can't afford to, it's no problem at all. But hopefully, if you guys sort of can help a little bit along the way, then we'll get to the point where we can buy that camera, and I think you will really enjoy the footage. And the other thing, because it's Wi-Fi, we should be able to, imagine in the summer we get the swimming pool out and fill it up, the big one outside. I could actually say, right, at 2:00 on whatever, 2:00 on Saturday, we're going to do that. We're going to fill it up and we're going to stream it. And we can actually stream from underwater, and do it as it won't be the usual quality because it'll be over Wi-Fi, obviously. But we should be able to do
ferrets. That. I can hear duking.
Yeah, are they outside?
I think so. Fighting? I haven't got the YouTube up. Let me bring the YouTube up.
That sounded like a pain, Duke.
It was a loud Duke.
Girls, where are you?
I can't see them out there. The camera's definitely live.
Oh, they're in the bedroom. Oh, they're in the bedroom. You're in the bedroom. Were you fighting in the bedroom? You got me in a panic. Were you fighting in the bedroom, you naughty little sausage? You were. He's a good girl.
Oh, don't say sausage. I've had so much sausage this week.
Here.
Wow. That was fun, though.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. And it was so tasty. Like, really, really good.
Incredibly so.
I've got to stop eating sausage and egg muffins now, though. But in many ways, because also you have to have 4 muffins. You have to buy 4 muffins, right, as well, so...
Or when you do what I do, you accidentally make 10.
Yeah.
It's like, oops, I've got 10 fresh muffins. Oh, guess I'm going to have to eat those.
Let's see what everyone else is saying. Hadouken.
Exactly. Squirrel cam. Anthony's saying it could be a squirrel cam. You could actually get it up a tree, a GoPro. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the Wi-Fi.
Hey, Annie.
There might be a way. My brain's ticking now. Don't do that to me. Attitude was saying that it happened. They switched to summertime last week in the States.
Oh, okay.
It's changing for us this
so crazy,
weekend.
Isn't it? So crazy.
Well, I know why it originally came in. Because they originally brought it in, I believe, during one of the wars.
Stop loving me with teeth. That hurts.
So that farmers basically and agricultural workers wouldn't have to be going backwards and forwards to work in the dark.
Ladies.
Which wouldn't have been safe during air raids. Did you share your muffins? I'll tell you this. I noticed earlier on during the show that people were saying, oh, he's going to eat both of them. And yes, I did have to eat both of them, but it took me a day to eat both of them. And that's because my mum's doing Slim and World. So she could just have a nibble, and she did
Tally,
like
by
it.
the way. This is your treat, Tally. Oh,
yay,
wiggles.
Tally's treat.
I'm really glad I had the vaccination. I feel really lucky and blessed. I've had very little sort of side effects, but I have noticed as well, my joint, although it's not like super bad, but my joints, and I just noticed it kneeling there, my joints just feel a bit stiff. Too, like almost like, when you're getting a cold or you're getting the flu and you get that kind of like stiffness in the joints kind of thing.
Yeah, that's your antibodies kicking in and doing what they're supposed to be doing, which is what the whole point of the vaccine's about. Those aches and pains are our bodies indicating that it's fighting something, and in this case, it's just getting used to that virus, so it's going to be able to deal with it if it ever comes across it. Both my grandparents have had their vaccinations. My mum's had a vaccination. My dad and my stepmum, they've had their vaccinations. My brother should be having his soon.
Getting his tomorrow. He's saying.
But yeah.
Pokey says your mum is a star and she didn't shake the camera laughing at her ass off.
No, she didn't. She enjoyed herself. We had a lovely chat because there was an hour and a half where I had to sit and wait for the door to rise.
Yeah.
So we sat and had a coffee and a natter.
Are you peeing on the floor again?
Back to the grindstone with me cracking the whip. Point the camera at me.
Ruffles. He's peeing on the floor.
But actually, that entire piece, my entire bit there, is an indication of what you can do in your mobile phone.
You did it all on your mobile?
I did it all on my Samsung Android phone, yeah.
Including the edit?
I didn't do the edit, but what I did do was uploaded all of my footage into a timeline in my phone on Adobe Premiere Rush, which then synced over my mum's internet. And by the time I got home, all my footage was ready in a timeline for me to look at.
Nice.
That's brilliant. I didn't have to sit and plug my phone in and transfer. It did it all over the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's really good, actually. I need more interoperable technology like that.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I could have even shot it in Premiere Rush because I had a look at the camera options in there, and you can actually film using Premiere Rush with a pretty good interface. but I decided to go for the normal camera interface because that's what my mum's used to.
Yeah. And she did really well.
She did a great job.
Yeah.
Very proud of her.
And also, you know, managing to stick with her Slimming World obligations after seeing you cook that. Did you clean up after yourself, or did you have to clean the kitchen as well?
I did. In fact, I was clean. My mum will tell you this. I was cleaning things up as I went.
Nice.
You know, keep on top of it. She kept saying to me, I'll clean all that up later. I was, no, I'm making the mess. I'm cleaning it up. She very generously let me use the kitchen and was my tripod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very handy it is indeed.
Mm-hmm. We could do that
mum
because we're in each other's bubble as well. So.
Plaype says, my mum and dad are getting their first ones next month. They're 75, so shows how far behind we are. Yeah, I had the AstraZeneca, which is, I think, the one that there's loads of arguments around, isn't there, over supply. AstraZeneca have been supplying the UK, and EU wants to get bumped up. But I think, because, you know, we made the commitment to it before the tests and everything, didn't we? So we kind of, we were in the queue first.
Yeah. And if there's anything that the British are good at, it's standing in a queue.
Yeah. And making sure everybody else takes their turn afterwards then.
And making sure everybody else stands in the queue too. On occasion, we'll take a look back at the little old lady who's got like 3 things in her basket and say, however, Hinny, you go ahead. But
Plaype's going to get the Johnson & Johnson one. Okay. You only need one dose.
Right.
That's cool.
I'll take whichever one they give me.
Hello.
Any of them. So all of them. I'll have all of them. That must be beneficial.
Yeah. I wonder what they would do. Would they kind of conflict with each other in your body?
But they're all there to do the same job.
I got the Johnson & Johnson.
Are they going to get angry about it?
Oh, Attitude had the Johnson & Johnson one as well, so you had the one-shot one as well. Nice. Mm-hmm. The UK stole a lot of vaccines from the EU. How did we steal it?
No.
Annie wants to treat the ladies.
Yes.
I'd like to, if that's genuine, I'd love to hear how the mechanics of a country steals from another country a bunch of vaccines.
If you've got any info on that, Playbe, stick it in the IRL channel in the Discord, mate. We'll have a look at it.
Annie, thank you for the treat. Wiggles is in bed. She may well hear.
Oh, the Janssen one. Right, Johnson & Johnson are not the same as the Janssen one.
Right. Oh, okay.
The Janssen one's a Dutch vaccine.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah, there's companies in countries all over the world developing the vaccines and sharing information backwards and forwards. It's great.
That's from Annie. Treats from Annie.
Yay.
She's getting more tolerant of me kissing her. Wouldn't you?
Oh. She's got that narrow-eyed, I'm in heaven having treats look.
Yeah. You're such a good girl.
Bless her.
It's over. It's over.
Oh.
It's Janssen by Johnson & Johnson. Yeah, it sounds like a shampoo.
It does.
Come on then. Come here. Do you want to snuggle? Yeah. You can snuggle with Bubby. Yeah.
Wriggles.
Snuggle. What?
Oh, she's still in bed?
I think she's in bed, yeah. She's not digging outside, is she?
No, not that I can see.
They've been up for a while because I was down here at 6:30. So
yeah,
they tend to, and I think they were out quite a lot today as well because it's been lovely, nice weather here today in large part. It got a bit blustery and windy at one point this afternoon.
Yeah,
but one of the things that I want to do this weekend is to. Thinking about this, have they got this coronavirus thing? And one of the other one of the other things on this fact sheet is about prevention. And it includes cleaning and disinfecting the ferret's environment. And it's been a while since I really cleaned everything out, and I'm going to. I've got antibacterial spray clean, which I tended to use on the sort of around the pooey areas and the food areas. But what I might do is I might this weekend just take everything out of their cage, give it a really good clean and a hoover, and then wipe everything over with antibacterial spray. Right. Just to disinfect it all. And, you know, so if there are any, you know, sort of coronavirus bugs around, just, you know, and wash all their bedding and just do a complete clean out. So that, hopefully I'll do that at some point this weekend as well. So it's going to be a busy weekend for me this weekend.
It sounds like it.
Hopefully my arm, because at the moment it's actually quite painful to lift my arm up because of the pain in that there. So I'm going to wait until that's better, because the other thing is Scruffles ran across my arm earlier and just like, ow!
Oh.
So.
Well, you've got to think of it like exercise.
Yes.
It hurts for a bit, but it's worth it in the end.
Yeah.
Blue Ganymede says that sounds far too industrious.
Well, it's got to be done. One of the things I wanted to do this weekend, but I'm not going to because the weather's not going to be so good, was I want to build a new path around the outside of the run as well. I actually want to sort of like cut into the flower bed and lay down some paving slabs. So I've got because I don't know if you've ever seen me walking around the side, but it's kind of like a bit of a balancing act, and I've normally got one toe in the mud, you know, because it's just a couple of planks at the moment. So it'd be nice to actually move the flower bed back, you know, about a foot, and put these paving slabs down so that I can walk around that corner to the back of the run now.
Oh, it's lovely.
And in doing that, I'll be able to sort of figure out where we can place the bird feeder tray and the squirrel feeders that are perhaps a little more visible to you guys. If I move that flower bed back, then I can put, you know, sort of stakes in that and mount them on that, and it won't obstruct my way. And you'll be able to see them better than currently, hopefully. So we'll have a look at that. But that's not going to be this weekend in the end, because the weather's not going to be nice enough. It's going to be nice next week, and I've got limited teen tech. I've got no teen tech now. I've got I think I've got 4 weeks. I've got no external work, so I'm just doing FerretTube. So if we get some nice weather, I should have time to do some projects like that.
Yay! Oh, we've got a £10 tip off Stu.
Oh, Stuart, thank you so much.
Thank you, mate.
We've broken the skin of the goal. You know, I don't know what you guys think about us doing that in terms of a goal. It's, you know, I know it's a lot of money. But, you know, we'll see. If you guys, you know, obviously don't want to support us and can't support us financially, then eventually we'll get it done ourselves. But I don't really want to spend any more money until we're starting to turn a profit. So it's one of those. We can wait for it. If you guys don't want it sooner, then we can wait for it. We'll do it at some point down the road. But I think some slow-mo and underwater footage would just be awesome.
Definitely.
But thank you so much, Stuart, for getting that ball rolling. It's amazing.
Yes, Stu, thank you very much, mate. Sorry, I just have to... just making sure. Because I heard your computer go...
Yeah. It was a system noise, wasn't it? It was a system noise. It's coming through the speakers up there, so I'm not sure what just made it.
I don't have any notifications. I think we're all right. All right. Don't panic.
Don't panic, Mr. Mannering.
No, don't panic at all.
Nothing wrong with that. I've seen other students that ask me to receive a lot more. Yes. Cool, Astral. And hardware towards improving the stream is always an accepted thing. Yeah, I hope so.
It's going to make a vast improvement across everything.
Yeah. But higher quality what we do, but also, I'm just going to go mad on the slow motion and underwater footage. That's going to happen. And I think it's just going to create some really cool video. So I look forward to sharing that with you guys at some point. And stills as well. That's the one thing. And poor Annie is always like, can I have stills? Can I have some stills? And it's so hard to get a clear picture of them. So I usually just sort of like grab, screenshots from the video footage. But of course, only very seldom are they in focus and not moving so fast that they're blurred. So you obviously then have to limit your choices to those sort of framings in those pictures, which aren't necessarily always the best. So we'll be able to get a lot more content out for Instagram. Oh, Graham, if we can refund Graham on the treats. I'm not going to get the girls up, guys, for more treats because they're fast asleep now.
We've just had another donation. We have £50 from Playpy. Thank you very much, mate.
Playpy, thank you so much. That was the computer made a noise again as well, so maybe it is.
Oh, right. Well, I know what that is.
So notification alert.
That's your notification alert.
Yeah.
It
sounds like a piece. Sounds like a PC alert, doesn't it? Maybe we should change that at some point.
Yes.
Playpy, thank you so much. That's absolutely awesome. You are such an amazing supporter of us anyway, always. So thank you. And we've probably got some Patreon money. I haven't even looked at Patreon. Yes. I know we've got some Patreon subscribers. We've probably got a little bank of money there that we could transfer over for this use as well. Yeah,
because that'll just be building up.
Yeah,
at the moment.
I haven't even looked at it.
As Playpy says, well. he could make better Magic the Gathering cards with better imagery.
That's true.
We're going to have an entire custom deck.
Oh, yeah. Astral saying is when people put up progress bars to pay their bills and lose when they don't make the total. Yeah. I got an email from somebody that I know through work had decided they were going to start a blog and a newsletter. And it's, helping us to help people understand computers, help older people. And this chap's an older chap himself. Yeah. And I was heartbroken for him because he sent a message through the newsletters basically saying, I've tried really hard and I don't understand why people aren't looking. I send this newsletter out and it goes out to 39 people. And of those 39 people, only two click the link, and the average time they stay on the website is 59 seconds. And he was just like, I'm not blaming you all, but, but I felt really sorry for him. But it's just like, it's really awkward when somebody sends a message like that, isn't it? Like, why aren't you clicking my links? Why aren't you staying on my website? It's like, you shouldn't have to ask. Like, if people aren't clicking your links, then you're not writing them in a way that is appealing enough. If people arrive at your website and don't stay, it's because it's not easy to navigate, or it doesn't look engaging initially, and it's not easy to find where things are, and all of those things are true of this guy's website, to be honest. It's just like it's like awkward.
And it could also be down to the content itself. Not having clarity or something like that. It's not. This is one of the things that gets me about what I call the democratization of media production. It's hard to get quality control. It's hard to know what you're going to be looking at. And a lot of people think that it is just sit down, type a load of stuff out, sit in front of a web camera, all of that. And it's not.
Lord Ambassador Barry Carleon.
Oh, my liege! I shall bow to allow me to prostrate myself before the grand high wizard of the Twitch interwebs.
Astronoma says, one streamer I used to watch, she was asked why she didn't game on console. She told them she didn't have a console. Someone started a dono train that ended with her having enough for both the latest PlayStation and Xbox, multiple games for both. Oh, that's nice. Thank you so much for setting up the donation. McGovern's for us.
It's all there.
Oh, wonderful. Oh. And we've already got 60 quid in the bin. So,
Hey!
bam.
It's all gone great.
It is. But yeah, we're going to carry on regardless anyway, and just sort of like see. And we're not going to be promoting that over YouTube and asking people on, it's just if the community here who watches on Twitch over the weekend want to help us out, then great. If not, no problem at all. It's just going to be there until the bar fills up, and when it does, we'll go boom.
Yay. For those of you who may not be aware, by the way, Barry Carlion, not Carlion, Barry Carlion is the wizard.
Is it not Carlion?
No, it's Carlion.
Oh. It's
the he's the wizard who makes all of the Twitch stuff work for us. The cool overlay to allow you to interact with the cameras and vote on which ones you want to see. All of that. That's Barry. We sat and went, could this be done? And then we talked to Barry, and everything we asked him, he said yes. And that's why FerretTube's able to do what we do on Twitch. Is because of Barry.
And
until I break it. Yes. That's true. Or I do something and forget to mention it to Barry, and then it's sort of like sneaking in, going, "Hi, Barry, made a thing. Bye."
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to wake the girls up.
Oh.
Didn't mean to squeeze that. But yeah, the girls are in bed. I've actually already done their poops for today. So I think, and I must admit, even though I'm super glad, as I said, super glad and grateful that I had the vaccination. But I am still, I guess one of the other side effects was I was asleep very early last night, and consequently I was wide awake at 6 o'clock this morning. So I'm approaching being ready for bed now, I'll be honest.
Go to bed. And I'm going to appreciate an early night because it means I get to play The Sims for a bit.
Yay.
Yay.
Cool. Well, listen, thank you everybody as ever for being here to support us at the recording of the live show. If you are watching it on YouTube, then maybe you want to join us live next week. We're on ferret.tube from 7 p.m. every Friday. And MahdDogg, anything you want to say?
Thank you everyone once again for giving us all your support. This has been episode 10. We've finally reached double figures, and I think that's worth a little bit of a celebration as it is.
I'm assuming if you're watching the after show chat, I'm assuming you've already subscribed, but just in case you haven't, don't forget to hit that little red button below the screen before you go. For those of you watching on Twitch, though, we will see you right after the titles for another weekend of fun and floofnoodle.